Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on the time zone. Now, there was enough time for William Ruto to listen to what Kenyans were saying, but William Ruto refused to listen. That time they were saying that reject finance bill. They told William Ruto this is not the best finance bill. It is going to cripple our economy. Instead, Ruto pushed on through the parliament, including to an extent of, bribing members of parliament to pass his bill. Remember what Mdawadi told us that, failing the finance bill to pass is similar to a vote of no confidence in William Ruto. So they forced their way, including threatening and bribing members of parliament to pass the finance bill. When it was passed, now the conversation changed. It was all about fire your cabinet, then resign. When Ruto refused to fire his cabinet, the rallying call changed that Ruto must go. It was all about Ruto must go. Until when he saw Kenyans occupying the parliament, it is when he learned that the things are not the same. Now the other threat was now walking to State House. Akajua hapa, I'm going home. After that, Ruto now was forced yesterday to finally fire the entire cabinet apart from one man, Prime CS Musalia Mudavadi. So after that firing, Senate adjourned the discussion to discuss about the firing of the cabinet. And one man, Okiya Omtatah, was very clear that firing CS only is not enough. Ruto must resign and go. That's the only honorable thing he should do. I think Okiya Omtatah is aligned to the current issues and what Kenyans are pushing for as of now. Because now it's all about Ruto must go, nothing else. Because he seems to have failed completely. There are reasons why Okiya Omtatah is saying that Ruto should just resign and go. He's the one who has led the entire mess we're having today.
There's been a call of other things. I hear, I don't know if the cabinet has been dissolved or stuff like that. That is like putting balm on a wound. What we demand, or what I personally think is ready to happen, is that the entire Kenya Kwanza administration, led by Mr. Ruto, must vacate power. The call that Ruto must go is not an idle call. It's a call whose time has come. It's a call whose time has come. Mr. Ruto told us that criminals were on the streets. He has not produced a single criminal. You cannot be told lies every day.
Senator Omtatah.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Just have your seat.
Now, to justify what Okiya Omtatah is saying, it is good we go and listen to the statement from Honorable John Mbadi, the ODM chairman. During the vetting of CSS, John Mbadi came out clear that, first of all, Ruto has brought to us names of people who seems to be so incompetent. For him, it was about just 7, 8 names that he saw competence in this leader, but the rest were incompetent. People that he referred to as skunk. That we either reject the entire list or give William Ruto his skunk. But there is something he said, that by the fact that Ruto has given names of individuals who are so much incompetent, then there is a way Ruto is going to do this. He's going to micromanage ministries from State House. That is the one who's going to be in these ministries, to be in charge of these ministries. He will manage them from State House. That should tell you that Ruto has been micromanaging the ministries from State House. Remember when he said that he knows more than what this CSS knows in their own ministries. John Mbadi was vindicated.
That a name that has been brought here by none other than the president as having been mentioned in matters corruption, that person is as clean as cotton. Mr. Speaker, let us be serious. Even if, and I've never been in government except in 2008 to 2013 when I was in Musumukati government. I have never been in government since that time, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, we have a choice to make either decision to reject over 60% of these names or give President Ruto his skunk. Let us not interfere with it. We give it to him. He has asked for it. Let us give him his cabinet. We know he's going to run the government from State House. These are not people who can run a government. Apart from a few individuals who are not even more than 8, the rest are incompetent, unqualified, have integrity issues, are people who cannot deliver this country from where it is to the next level that we want the country to move in. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I will oppose most of the names.
Your time.
So, because the National Assembly has been under capture, same to Senate, they cannot impeach William Ruto. They could not even impeach CS Mithika Linturi, who had failed Kenyans. There was a good chance to impeach Linturi after sending fake fertilizer to Kenyans. The National Assembly proved that indeed they are not in charge. They are under capture. Who has captured the National Assembly? The executive. So Ruto has been in charge of everything. He has captured the judiciary. He has captured the National Assembly. He has captured everything. The police are not independent. So with that, Kenya is a democratic country. So power belongs to the people. What they have done through the ballot is to delegate this power to people to represent them, specific individuals, in the name of the president, members of parliament, governors, and all. You can name them. But when you feel that these people are not representing your interest, you take back the power. So power belongs to the people. And it is the people who are going to impeach William Samoei Ruto.
Okay, that is what we are saying. You had said earlier on, yes, that you don't want to see members of parliament impeaching a president.
Yes.
That should be left to the people.
The people, yes.
Do it themselves.
Yes.
But aren't you alive to the provisions of Article 1?
Yes, I am alive to it.
That allows the public, the people,
Yes.
power
Yes.
to elect their representatives.
The wording which is used in that given article, Learned Council, if I may, if you look at the sovereignty of the people, it says that all powers, all sovereign powers belongs to the people of Kenya and shall be, underline the wording shall, mandatory, be exercised only in accordance with this constitution. The people may, optional, may, optional. That is it, Your Honor.
No, complete it,
May exercise their sovereignty power either directly or through their democratically elected. So the wording, the conjunction may, I apply one.
Thank you very much.
Yes. And I think that is a plain language.
So many things about William Ruto that the youth who are protesting and some were killed, he referred to them as criminals. Criminals have criminality record. Where is the criminal record for these people? Up to date, he did not provide. So, his allegations are not true. Therefore, because he lied and he has proved to be so incompetent, failed, firing his cabinet is not enough. He should not fire his junior for him to survive. According to Okiya Omtatah, this man must go. So without wasting time, I want to leave here with the entire clip from Okiya Omtatah. Listen to him. Then please remember to subscribe, comment, like, and share.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Just have your seat. I made myself very clear on how we are going to conduct ourselves during debate on this motion. Inasmuch as we suspended points of order, I said let us be responsible in the way we debate and let us be factual. You cannot call the president Mr. Ruto. This is not a Kamkunji. This is the Senate of the Republic of Kenya. Proceed.
Okay, I can call him Dr. Ruto. And President Ruto. I'm finishing. Dr. Ruto, His Excellency the President.
Proceed.
But he never ceased being a minister, so all those titles are called, apply to him, if my English is correct. So I'm demanding that President Ruto vacates office as the most only honorable thing to do. He's unable to balance our budget. It has collapsed. Everything around him is collapsing. So you cannot say that his juniors should bear the burden. The ball stops with him, and the call that President Ruto must go is a call that must be applied. And as they say, a fish begins rotting with the head. So, and among my people they say, a river does not flow higher than its source. And when you look at the sun, you must blink. Justice is crying out. Our children have died. Something that has never happened in this country. The president has called them criminals. And the president cannot continue sitting in power when the children have died. And he said you do anything at whatever cost. When the Constitution says you can't do anything at whatever cost. So my call is to associate my voice with those who are saying that the president vacates office. There's no room for all these things we are doing here, and we start off with a new slate. Mr. Speaker, sir, anything less than that will not avenge the blood that has been spilled on our streets. A street that is hallowed, a street that is recognized in the Constitution as an arena for engaging politically. As the arena whereby, when this institution fails, the people of Kenya invoke Article 1 and go to engage. When you desecrate such a venue, you don't do anything. There's not even a call that these things should be investigated. Instead, they're trying to say that we go and have dialogue to assuage, to see how to distort what is happening, to do whatever, to see how. I just look at these people like prison guards who are fighting for who becomes the chief warden. Then they learn that there's a prison break. So they all forget about what they are fighting for. They say the first thing we must do is to ensure that this prison is not destroyed. Because their business is the prison. Their business is to keep the people in the prison. So they are now coalescing, forgetting about the fight they were having, who becomes the chief warden. Now they are saying the prison must be kept intact. We are not going to allow that. This country has moved. The government that has to govern this country must govern by law. And, Mr. Speaker, sir, I reiterate my words, that if really the president values this country, he should do the honorable thing, fall on his sword. President Ruto, fall on your sword and retain, if you have to retain in order. And retain in.
Well, 1 minute, you wind up your thoughts, Senator Omtatah. Just 1 minute.
Mr. Speaker, thank you. What I was saying is that, like in the old days of the Roman soldiers, when they felt that they had brought dishonor to the country, and they were even, the dishonor was so bad that they could not even let another person kill them, they fell on their swords and died. That's the only way they regained their honor. And the only way Ruto can regain in honor is for him to fall on his sword and let the Kenya Kwanza administration die, so that Kenya can have a new beginning. With those few remarks, Mr. Speaker, sir,